Next video of DCF, we will understand about random Backoff timer, that is also called as RBT. So this is the last timer the client has to go through before it can transmit data on the Wi-Fi medium. Okay, so up till now, when the nav of all the stations became 0 with the countdown, let's say it started from 10, then 9, 8, 7, all the way down to 0, the clients will choose a Backoff value. All the clients will choose a Backoff value. Nav becomes 0. Then the clients choose a Backoff value. This Backoff value will vary from 0 to the initial contention window. What that is, it is out of the scope of this particular course, but what you need to know is that initial contention window will be different for all the clients. This Backoff value will then be multiplied by a slot time. Okay, now this particular slot time is the period of time that is different for different spread spectrum technologies. So the resultant that comes out is random Backoff timer, which is safe to say that it is different for all the clients. Hence, even though the nav of all the clients became 0 together, for all the clients was 0 together, the RBT that the client has to go through at the end, which is the Backoff value multiplied by slot time, is different for all the users. And hence, whoever wins, whoever's RBT becomes 0 the first, it will then assess the channel, and then if it is clear, it will begin transmissions. That is the concept of RBT, and it is the last timer the client has to go through. Okay, I will try to stitch everything together here so that it makes sense. I have an access point, and I have client number A, I have client number B, I have client number C, okay, which are in a BSA. Client number A is already transmitting data with client number B. When it sends the data using an omni antenna, it is spraying the data in the air, which is possible that, and it is possible that client number B and C will also hear the transmission of client number A. When I say here, I mean they'll be able to see the layer 2 MAC header. In this transmission, the client A is telling the AP and the other clients, or it sets the duration ID field to 10, which means I will occupy the medium for 10 microseconds. You need to wait till then. It is telling every other radio in the vicinity that I am going to occupy the medium for 10 seconds or 10 microseconds. You need to wait till then. Whenever the moment B and C hear the transmission happening, they will set their nav to 10. Slowly the countdown will begin, and then it will be 9, 8, again 9, 8, 7, all the way down to 0, all the way down to 0. The moment nav becomes 0, at that time the medium is free. Yes. So all these 4 radios, not 3, but all the 4 radios, that is the access point, client number A, B and C, they will all set their RBT, they'll all start their random Backoff timer, because now all of them can contend for the medium, all of them want to send traffic. So after the nav becomes 0, all the radios come in the contest and they start to contend for the medium. They all will set up their RBT, which is a random Backoff value multiplied by slot time. Let's say the RBT of client number B is 5. Let's say the RBT of client number A is 7, and the RBT of client number C is 4, and the RBT of the AP is 10, for example. Now, once the countdown begins here, it is likely that client C will win the contention because the RBT is the lowest. Once the RBT becomes 0, it will check that yes, there is no communication happening around me, I am good to send traffic. It will then start transmitting the traffic. The moment it sends traffic, client number B, client number A, and the AP, they will all see that yes, the duration ID field for this particular transmission is set to 5, which means now all of them will set their timer to 5, their duration ID, the nav timer to 5 now. And the same process will keep repeating. It will go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then all of them will choose their random Backoff timer. Hopefully this time client number B will win the contention and start sending traffic, which will set the nav of every other client in the vicinity. This is the process. This is how a wireless transmission happens. This is happening so fast in microseconds that it is not visible to the naked eye, but there's a whole lot of processing going at the back end. This is how everything is stitched together. Okay, hope this makes sense. We will cover some other concepts in the next video. I think that would be the last video for this particular chapter, and then we'll move to the next chapter. Thank you.